Black is beautiful. Black is strong. It is accomplished, talented, inspirational, the true testament of survival, of defying all odds. Black is powerful, but it is also a target. In 2016, some people still don't like black. Black people have been in power and have been powerless. Kings, queens, emperors, and slaves. Today, the Atlantic slave trade may be no more, but black is still hated, seen as inferior. Why must little boys in America be taught how not to draw attention to themselves so that the likelihood of them being killed is reduced? Some black men still get killed anyway. In the Caribbean, we don't have a racial problem as big as America does, but we in the Caribbean have brothers there, aunts, cousins, mothers, fathers. So this reality is ever present and completely connected to us as black people. All lives matter in this world, but not all lives have the same opportunities, the same justice, the same freedom. We, the beautiful, strong black women in this video, support the Black Lives Matter movement, and we mourn the loss of our brothers in America. This video is just not about the Black Lives Matter movement, however. This video is about being black women and loving it.
Hi, my name is Hope Jordan and I'm 20 years of age. I go to school at the University of the West Indies, Cape Town campus.
Hi, my name is Nikasi Blair. I am 20 years old and I'm currently studying law at the University of the West Indies.
Hi, my name is Deandra. I am 20 and I go to school I'm at the University of West Indies, Cape Town campus.
My name is Shani Oliveira and my hair's name is Rida.
Hi, I'm Karaoke in it.
My name is Sarah and I am 20 years old and I study French and Spanish at University of the West Indies.
My name is Danielle Best. I'm 19 years old and I go to University College London.
I think that empowering black women in the Caribbean is very important. This is especially so when there's this divide between light skins and dark skins, and only people with pretty eyes are pretty, or people with long curly hair, and people who have short picky hair or short kinky hair, they're somehow lesser than someone with the long flowing hair. That hair is beautiful, yes, but someone should not feel less of a person because of what they were naturally born with. And I think teaching young girls from a young age, especially since most of the people in the Caribbean are black, I think it's important to, from nursery school, primary school, like this isn't something that they just eventually learn. You should be teaching them just to love themselves, whether their hair is long, whether their hair is short. And also it's important not only to love themselves, but to not feel like they're superior or inferior to someone else simply because of their looks, or because of how people treat them because of their looks. Black is black, whether you're the palest person ever. If you're black, you're black, and if you're the darkest person ever, well then rock that melanin, because it's all good. It's all good.
When I was small, I did gymnastics and I wanted to be white so badly. Like, this is a really embarrassing thing because I was surrounded by just white children, well, mostly white children, not black. And my mother was like, no, you're beautiful, your hair is beautiful, your skin is beautiful. And I remember I used to get teased because I had such big hair, and they were like, ha ha ha, if you fall, your hair is gonna be your cushion. And to me at that time, I was like 10, and I was like, that's teasing to me. I didn't like it. So then I wanted to straighten my hair so badly. After that, I was like, mommy, please, please, please. She was like, no, but eventually I texturized it. But you know, this whole natural hair movement, now I'm going back natural. So at a small age, we should just keep telling our babies, our baby girls and baby boys, that their skin is beautiful and that it's of the earth and that people are jealous of it, you know.
I think that is honestly time for us as black people, especially black women, to start embracing who we are and start embracing our skin color, our culture, everything about us that makes us beautiful.
Well, I can only speak about the Caribbean right now. To be black in Barbados is amazing because 95% of the population, I hope that's accurate, but 95% of the population is black. When I look around, I see black people, but to be black in the world, to me, I think is an amazing feeling. It's something to be proud about. When you look at the entertainment industry, majority of the people at the top are what color? Black. There's Beyonce, there's Nicki Minaj, there's Kanye, there is J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. They are black. So I think to be black in the world right now is a good thing. However, there's still discrimination and there's still racism and there's still prejudice. But black people are making a cause for themselves now. We're no longer the ignorant set of people. We're no longer the uneducated set of people. We are the people that are taking over the world slowly but surely, but we are getting there. And I think it's something to be very proud about. Also, we don't have to wear that much suntan lotion. And we age much slow. Hello! We age gracefully. So yeah, being black is great in the world today.
I think to be black in this world means to be so many things. But if I had to put one word for it, I would say that to be black in this world would be to be resilient. Because as a group, as a race, we've been through so much from the beginning of time till now, and I feel that we've progressed so far within ourselves, and I feel like there are things we can do now that we could not do before. And I feel like if you give a black person lemons, they're gonna make some bomb ass lemonade. Like, you can give us shit, like we're gonna make something out of it. We're gonna take what we have and make it, you know. And that goes back to like people in the Caribbean. Like back in the days, we got, you know, bad parts of the animal and we made sauce. You know, we got pigs, we got chickens, steppers, and we make stew perfectly. We make with what we have, and I feel like the ability for us as a people to produce things with shit given to us, like it's amazing, and we're resilient, and feel very proud to be part of a community that, you know, does that. Like, it's so innovative, like it's so great.
I had to sit down and think about this topic, even though it's something that happens every day. I started off from when you're born. You know, if you look at videos or anything, or if you put a black baby and a white baby together, they'll play with each other as normal because they just see love and in each other. But it's when our environment and our schools and our parents and everybody starts to influence us, it's how we become the people we are today. Bleaching occurs in many parts of the world, but most recently there was a video that went viral on Facebook about a lady explaining how and why they bleach, especially in Jamaica. And some of the reasons were because the ladies, you know, believe that they would get better jobs and people would love them more and they would look better. And at first I thought, you know, like, why would they think that, you know? Because growing up in Barbados, which is not something that's known, I'd be like, why do you need to bleach? You're beautiful just the way you are. But that's just how I grew up in my household, and that's how I was taught. But it's not the same everywhere. And I would sing the songs that Vybz Kartel was saying. I would not let that influence me, or that would not change my mind if I thought I was less beautiful or not. But I just realized that music and people with, you know, influence really have an impact on you, and you really don't realize it or notice it, but it's actually really true. And it is scary because these beautiful black people do not think that they're good enough, and sometimes you can blame them because these ladies would and men also would go through some serious lengths and damage their skin in the process to, you know, become fairer and to look better and to get better jobs. And I realized that I never once, because I'm black, but obviously I'm not as dark as my friends, I never once sat and asked, you know, you feel as if you were lighter, you know, boys would love you more, or if you were lighter, you would get more job experience or anything. I have never once done that. I actually feel bad that I never once sat and asked that question, because some people must be feeling it too. It's really not stupid. And younger people obviously need role models to look up to, and their parents today really don't take the time to teach them. I think we need to learn more about our history. Even though we do history in school, I don't think it's enough. I think people need to just sit down and take a book and open it and really, you know, connect, because I feel like when you read stuff for yourself, when you go and you search, it's just so amazing, and you just learn so much more. Women, even though we should not care about what a man thinks about us and say, oh, you pretty or whatever,
we really value a man's opinion. And so, you know, if the man tells you that you need to be lighter in order for me to like you, then that's what they're gonna do. It may seem stupid, but everybody wants to be loved, everybody wants to be liked. Nobody wants to hear that they're ugly. It hurts. It really does hurt. So I think mothers and fathers need to teach the men also. You know, if your girlfriend is feeling insecure or whatever, you need to tell her that she's a young, beautiful black queen.
I think it's also not only the black community, but I feel like I can't really give an opinion on it because I'm privileged in a sense where society is not telling me that my skin is bad. Like, I'm not saying get rid of your skin, like get lighter. You know, I live in a society where lighter skin is seen as something you should all aspire to, and I already have that privilege of having lighter skin. So I feel like me giving an opinion on it could be seen as condescending. But I would say that I really wish that that wasn't a thing. Like, I really wish. I don't blame people who bleach. I don't condemn them because it's not because they're not doing it just out of the blue. They're doing it because of maybe not an outright thing society has done, but a more like an undertone of what society puts forth about skin complexion and what's seen as good and what's seen as bad. So I don't condemn people who bleach their skin. I just think that it's a system. I feel like I wish we could understand not only the physical side effects of bleaching, but the emotional and psychological effects of bleaching. I feel like government should step in and, you know, play a role in the regulation of bleaching products. But like I said, I don't want to give a full opinion on it because it can be seen as condescending coming from me.
The Black Lives Matter movement is an amazing movement, especially in the US, where so many black individuals suffer from the injustice, from people who should be serving justice. I don't think in the Caribbean we see it as much since we are mostly black. But I also think that because of the close relation between the Caribbean and the US, especially where we are heavily influenced by the US, we should have an opinion and we should join our black brothers in the US in their fight against injustice. We shouldn't just sit aside like, oh no, this isn't bothering us, so no, we don't care. So I still think that highlighting and being activists for that change that America needs to see is important, even though we are not Americans.
And I think that it is good for them to know that they have a voice and that they have the opportunity to have a fair trial.
I was looking on the internet and I found that in America, police killed more than 100 unarmed black people in 2015. And if you look here, the blue is white, orange is Hispanics, and red is black. So this is the amount of black people who were killed in 2015 compared to white. Do you see that? Mm-hmm. And it's really upsetting because obviously we are the ones who are targeted. And we're just trying to speak out against that, speak out against the violence. And a plethora of people have been murdered in cold blood for absolutely no reason, unarmed. And actually today, what's the guy's name again that was killed? Alton Sterling. And he was shot like 3 or 4 times by this police officer just because he was protesting. And I also think that because they put it that he was a sex offender, but that doesn't mean death. You know what I mean? That means he will go to jail, or he will be arrested. He will have a hearing like everyone else. He will get his time in prison, and he will spend his days in prison. Because I didn't know there was a death penalty for that.
Even if it takes, even if, for the past 4 years and we've been having the slogan and nothing has been done, something will be done eventually. I don't believe that we should give up.